Hello, I am Sunita. Welcome to my class. Here I am going to discuss CTET 2011 Solved Question Paper Part 2. This is my second class. Those who not saw first class, first see the first class, then you can follow the second class easily. Let us discuss first question. First one. Bleeding is stopped by the application of alum to a wound because when you apply alum to a particular wound, why bleeding will stop? They are asking the question. First option, the wound is plugged by the alum chunk. Second option, alum coagulates the blood and form a clot. Third option, alum reduces the temperature near the wound. Fourth option, alum is an antiseptic. Let us discuss. Usually when you hear about alum, it is in reference to potassium aluminium. It is reference to as a potassium aluminium, which is the hydrated form of potassium aluminium sulfate and has the chemical formula KAlSO4 twice 12H2O. In the exam they may ask what is the chemical formula of potassium aluminium sulfate. Then you have to remember this formula. Let us discuss in detail. Alum for bleeding wounds. For all scratches and wounds that bleed, whatever the scratches and wounds they are bleeding, first you have to do wash them with a solution of alum. First you have to wash with a solution of alum. If solution of alum is not available, then you can use powder alum also. Take powder alum and rub it on the wound to stop bleeding, and it will help to hasten the healing also. When you apply alum to a particular wound, why it will stop the bleeding? Let us listen here. Because when you apply alum to a particular wound, then it will start coagulation. What is meant by a coagulation? The action or process of a liquid, especially blood, changing to a solid or semi-solid. Coagulation is nothing but that is the process. The liquid means blood, it will start converting into a semi-solid, solid or semi-solid. The process of converting into a blood to a solid or semi-solid, that process we will call it as a coagulation. When you apply alum to a particular wound, the alum it will help to clot the blood, otherwise it will help to coagulate the blood. This is the main reason why we will use the alum. One important main thing you have to remember, alum it will help to coagulate the blood. It will help to coagulate the blood. That point you have to remember. Then alum helps in quick healing of the wound. It will help to quick healing of the wound also. Decreases swelling, even it will decreases the swelling also, and bring back the normal texture of the skin. Even you will get the original skin also, original structure of the skin also you will get. Therefore, correct answer for this question is bleeding is stopped by the application of alum to a wound because alum coagulates the blood and forms a clot. Coagulation is nothing but converting the blood into a form of a semi-solid or solid. That process we will call it as a coagulation, and it will help to form a clot. Let us discuss the question. When an iron nail is dipped in copper sulfate solution, the color of copper sulfate solution fades and a brownish layer is deposited over the iron nail. This is an example of option 1 combination reaction, option 2 decomposition reaction, option 3 double displacement reaction, option 4 displacement and redox reaction. Consider the experiment here. In a test tube, take copper sulfate solution, take copper crystal dissolved in water, you will get copper sulfate solution. Then iron nail, beginning it will be black in color, you know. Take a iron nail completely immersed in this copper sulfate solution, leave it for some time. Then you can identify after some time the color of copper sulfate, it will be diminished. Then you can see a brownish layer, it will get deposited on the iron nail. What is the changes, why these changes happen in this case? Let us discuss in detail here. Here consider this reaction. Consider the reaction here. Copper sulfate react with iron, you will get ferrous sulfate and also copper. Here this type of reaction we will call it as a displacement reaction. When copper sulfate, if it is added in water, then that solution we will call it as a aqueous form. Then in this aqueous form, copper it will split into Cu2 plus and SO4 2 minus. In the same way, when iron when it is come in contact with copper sulfate solution, then it will also split into Fe2 plus and SO4 2 minus ion. Here you can identify two types of metal. One is iron, another one is copper. You know the reactivity series. Iron is more reactive than copper. Therefore, iron it will displace copper from copper sulfate solution, because highly reactive metal displace less reactive metal. Here iron is more reactive compared to copper. Therefore, iron it will displace copper from copper sulfate solution. Therefore, this reaction we will call it as a displacement reaction. Why here we will call it as a double displacement? Because here it will involve two metals, one is iron, another one is copper, and both the position also they will get interchange. This type of reaction we will call it as a double displacement. How? Listen here. Then here copper 2 plus, already I told copper sulfate it will split into copper 2 plus and SO4 2 minus ion. Copper 2 plus, then it will receive 2 electrons, you will get copper. This type of reaction we will call it as a reduction process, otherwise reduction. Here Cu2 plus is act as a oxidizing agent. What is mean by reduction? Reduction is the loss of oxygen atom from a molecule and the gaining of one or more electrons. Here you can observe copper it will lose oxygen. Therefore, reduction reaction one way. In the another way, even it will accept 2 electrons. Then you will get a copper. Then reduction is nothing but loss of oxygen or gain of electrons. Here both also you can identify. Even copper it will lose the oxygen, then it will receive the electrons also. Then another metal, iron, it will lose 2 electrons, then you will get Fe2 plus. This process we will call it as a oxidation process. Iron here act as a reducing agent. What is mean by oxidation? Oxidation is a process in which a chemical substance changes because of the addition of oxygen. Here you can observe iron it will accept the oxygen, then it will lose electrons and also it will accept the oxygen. This type of reaction we will call it as a oxidation reaction. Here you can observe copper reduction it will happens because it will lose oxygen and it gains electron. In the case of iron, oxidation reaction occurs because it will accept the oxygen and also it will lose the electrons. And here one more thing you can observe. In a single reaction you can observe both oxidation and reduction reaction. This type of reaction we will call it as a redox reaction. Then what is mean by redox reaction? If one single reaction, if it is involved both oxidation and reduction, that type of reaction we will call it as a redox reaction. Therefore, this equation, otherwise this reaction is an example of even double displacement and also redox reaction. Therefore, correct answer for this question is, when an iron nail is dipped in copper sulfate solution, the color of copper sulfate solution fades and a brownish layer is deposited over the iron nail. This is an example for double displacement and even redox reaction also. Why double displacement means? Here you will involve two types of metal. One is copper, another one is iron. Both also they will get exchange. Then why it is a redox reaction means, in a single reaction you can observe both reduction and also oxidation, both also. Fourth one, the thumb of humans moves more freely than other fingers due to the presence of which type of joint? It is responsible for the free movement of the thumb. They are asking the question. First option, pivotal joint. Second, gliding joint. Third one, hinge joint. Fourth one, saddle joint. The correct answer for this question is saddle joint. You can see here three different joints. They are responsible for the movement of the thumb. This is the main one, saddle joint. It is responsible for free movement of the thumb. You can move the thumb front, back, left, right. Even you can move it in the circular form also. Saddle joints are also known as sailor joints. Another name we will call it as a sailor joints. These highly flexible joints are found in various places in the body. In various places of the body you can see this type of joints, including the thumb. The main one is thumb, and also you can observe in shoulder also, and you can observe in inner ear also. This is very important. Maybe in another exams, otherwise in another type of question they may ask in shoulder and inner ear also, which type of joint is responsible for the free movement of shoulder and inner ear also. They can ask the question. For that question also the answer is saddle joint. Next question. Question 5. Root cap is absent in option 1 xerophytes, option 2 hydrophytes, option 3 mesophytes, option 4 halophytes. Let us discuss in detail here. Mesophytes, these plants live in mesic conditions. They are average dry and average water environments. They have the environment even dry and also water environment. They contain root caps. Mesophytes, they contain root caps. Next one, hydrophytes. Hydrophytes are aquatic plants. These plants do not possess root caps. They will not possess the root caps. Instead, they possess root pockets. Instead of root cap, they will possess root pockets and act as a balancing organs. They will act as a balancing organs. Next one, epiphytes. Epiphytes are plants that grow from the surface of the plant. They will grow from the surface of the plant and derive the nutrition from rain. They will take the nutrition from rain and air and possess root cap. Epiphytes also, they will possess the root cap. Xerophytes, these plants are well adapted to live in dry habitats. They can live easily in dry habitats. They possess root caps. They will possess the root caps. The next one, halophytes are plants that are adapted to saline soil in their natural habitats because they are salt tolerant. Halophytes, they can survive in saline water also because they are salt tolerant. These plant species can be irrigated with saline water and cultivated on saline soils that are unsuitable for commercial crops. Therefore, correct answer for this question is hydrophytes. They do not contain root cap. Let us discuss next question. The greenhouse effect, which is causing an increase in the atmospheric temperature, is mainly due to which gas they are asking. Option A, option 1 oxygen, option 2 nitrogen, option 3 carbon dioxide, option 4 sulfur. Let us discuss in detail what is meant by greenhouse effect. Progressive warming up of Earth's surface due to high concentration of man-made carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Greenhouse effect is nothing but the percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it will be increases. Then it will cause the increase in temperature of the Earth atmosphere. This process we will call it as a greenhouse effect. Why the percentage of carbon dioxide, why it will increase in the atmosphere? What is the causes, otherwise what is the reason? It will involve some of the man-made activities like burning of fuel, deforestation, industrial waste, air pollution, acidification of water bodies. This it will increase the percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Then which are the harmful greenhouse gases? Example, methane, chlorofluorocarbon, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide. Then how this greenhouse gases, otherwise carbon dioxide, how they will prevent, how it will increase the temperature of the earth, let us discuss. Here concentration of CO2 works like a glass panel of greenhouse, allowing short wave incoming solar radiation to come in but preventing a long wave heat re-radiation out. Here you can observe here, this is the earth, sun. From the sun we are getting solar radiation. When this solar radiation, when they hit the earth surface, then after eating it has to come out from the earth surface, otherwise it has to re-radiate from the earth surface. But because of the presence of carbon dioxide, the atmospheric temperature it will be increases. This increase in temperature, it will form a glass panel around the earth atmosphere. Then this glass panel, otherwise it will form a glass layer, otherwise glass panel you can call. Then this, it will not allow solar radiation to escape from the earth atmosphere. It will prevent here only. Then it will not allow to escape the solar radiation, then it will trap the solar radiation. Because of this process, the temperature of the earth it will be increases. Therefore correct answer for this question is the greenhouse effect, which is causing an increase in the atmospheric temperature, is mainly due to the presence of carbon dioxide gas. Let us discuss next question. Green plants appear to release oxygen instead of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere during the daytime, because green plants appear to release oxygen instead of carbon dioxide more in the daytime. What is the reason? They are asking the question. First option, green plants do not respire during the night time. Second, green plants respire only during the night time. Third one, green plant respire during the daytime but are involved in photosynthesis during the night time. Fourth option, the rate of photosynthesis is higher than the rate of respiration during the daytime. Let us discuss in detail. Here, respiration and photosynthesis are biological reactions in the environment that complement each other. In plants, normally there are two main processes they will occurs in the plant. One is respiration, another one is photosynthesis. Like animals, plants also they will respire. Respiration it will happen in plants also. In the process of respiration, the plants they will take carbon dioxide, then they will leave oxygen. In the same way, plants they will involve photosynthesis process also. During photosynthesis, plants they will take carbon dioxide, then they will leave oxygen. But during the daytime, sun is available, sunlight is more. Therefore, the plants they will prefer photosynthesis more compared to respiration, because sunlight is most necessary for photosynthesis. Therefore, in the daytime, the percentage of process of photosynthesis will be more compared to respiration. Therefore, during photosynthesis, the plants they will make use of carbon dioxide more than they will leave oxygen. Therefore, during the daytime, for us, it will appear like that plants they will leave oxygen more compared to carbon dioxide. That is the reason, because the rate of photosynthesis is higher than the rate of respiration during the daytime, because sun is available at the daytime. Therefore, correct answer for this question is green plant appear to release oxygen instead of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere during the daytime, because the rate of photosynthesis is higher than the rate of respiration during the daytime. During the daytime, sunlight will be more. Therefore, the process of photosynthesis, the rate of photosynthesis will be more compared to respiration. Therefore, in the process of photosynthesis, the green plants they will release more oxygen compared to carbon dioxide. Thanks for listening my class. Send me your valuable feedback. If I want to explain any particular topic, please suggest the topic. I will make a video of that particular topic, and I will discuss that topic in the next class. Follow all my lessons carefully, then you can clear your TET, CTET and GPSTR properly, then practice the question, practice the concept, revise the concept and understand properly. Then if you are able to answer any question, if they ask, if they twist also, if they ask indirect also, if you are able to answer the question. Therefore first understand the concept, no need to by heart the concept. After understanding the concept, you are able to answer any type of questions. Therefore follow my classes, understand and read properly.